Well, hey everybody, how are you? Welcome back to the show. And yes, I'm a little late on getting this one out. And to be honest, I wasn't even sure I was going to get on this week. This past week, we had some sadness strike our house, and I have really kind of been to myself and really just not on social media and not doing those types of things. And the last thing I really wanted to do was throw a podcast together before this morning, and I got myself motivated and moving, and I thought, you know what? You should really post. And the reason was because every time we go through something as a community and as individuals, when we share our experience, we actually help others. And I'm a firm believer in that when we share what we've gone through, somebody else can benefit so that when they go through it, they don't feel so alone. And that's where I'm at today. And so last week we had to say goodbye to our sweet little Chihuahua Bella, and I am so sad because my dogs always sit with me while I post. So forgive me if I get choked up. Um, like I said, I wasn't going to come on because I didn't know if I could handle it, but I wanted to reach out to everybody to say that, you know what, we're all human. We all go through things. And just because you might see me posting weekly on my podcast does not mean that there aren't hard moments that come between. And sometimes when I take a break, it's because I'm just human, and that sometimes we just can't keep up weekly things. So this is going to be a really short podcast, but I did want to share something I did learn about myself, and I think it's very valuable for anyone going through a medical issue, whether you're an amputee or you just have other things happening or you have other diagnosis. And the fact is that stress, you've heard it a million times, you've seen it. If you Google search stress on your medical conditions, it is never a help, it is usually a hindrance. And I will tell you that last week, while I was taking care of my little girl and worried about her, that my residual limb, my foot that's not even there, was truly like set on fire. I felt like it was consumed in flames, burning. And I have no idea what burning flesh feels like, but I have a good idea now after what I went through. And it didn't matter whether I was active or sitting still. It didn't matter if my leg was on or if it was off. But I'm here to tell you that stress and depression and sadness and anxiety, all those things are so, so bad for our medical condition, our health. And as much as we try to pull ourselves out of some of those funks, there are some things that are just you're incapable of doing. When you lose a family member or an animal that is close to you, your loved pet, there is nothing that can prepare you for that, and there's nothing that's going to make you smile through that. And as much as I've tried, and I've had good moments um, since this all happened on Friday, um, most of them have been sad moments. And today is unlike any other because I'm now home alone. Kids are back at college, and husband is on a work trip. And so it is me and my girl, my little 2-year-old. You can kind of see her. If you're watching, that's my girl. I'm going to move my camera a little bit. This is how she always sits right there. She's 2. She's never been alone. She came I rescued her from an adoptive home that was fostering her with like 10 dogs and a couple cats and birds. And then she came to our house to only one dog. And if you know anything about Chihuahuas, they really love being next to each other. They need to be touching. This is one of the few times they didn't. One would sit there, and Bella always wanted, and her old age, always wanted her own space. So she would sit on a little bed that's over on my other side. So anyways, like I said, I didn't really want to get on. I have to be honest that this is a real struggle for me. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and my animals I give 100% to. And they are, as a homeschool mom, they've been with us throughout all these ups and downs of homeschooling. And then when the kids went off to college, they were my buddies during the day when my husband was working. And you could probably see in my face, I'm just not even fully put together. I threw a baseball cap on and said, let's just do this. So this is me raw coming at you, emotionally raw, physically raw, not really put together. But to tell you that there isn't a lot that I could give as advice on how to pull yourself through something like this, because I'm in the throes of it right now. And I think that is valuable. So you can see that it took me, normally I record Tuesdays for Wednesday. It is Wednesday, so I'm hoping I'll get it out this evening. And I wasn't feeling it yesterday. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. It's Halloween. I'm sitting here and I miss my pup. And I'm just not going to do it. And then this morning, I started cleaning things up and getting organized, and I was feeling better because I was getting the house organized. And I said, let's just do this. Let's just get on quick, say hello, let everybody know I'm thinking of them, that I'm here, that I haven't fallen off the face of the earth, that I'm trying my best. And sometimes going through these things, talking about it is the best medicine. I just wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep my emotions in check. And so I'm not going to talk about it per se, but I will tell you that the only things that have helped me is, number one, giving myself some time, giving myself time to be quiet, to stay off social media, to not talk to people about it. I just told my friends yesterday, I couldn't even express to the people in my inner circle, besides my family here and a text to my family back in Chicago, I really kept to myself, and I needed to process it. And I found that it was actually easier talking to a stranger about it. And to the lady that I met in Walmart yesterday, when my son was heading off to college, I had Maggie here with me. We snuck her into Walmart and looked around at the Christmas stuff, and a lady wanted to pet her. And for some reason, I felt very drawn to opening up to what had just happened and why I had my dog in Walmart. And I'm not kidding you, 20 minutes later, and she had given me 3 hugs. She kept going, can I hug you? Can I hug you? And it was a really profound moment. And I would tell you a very, very beneficial God wink for me to have somebody that didn't know me, didn't know my circumstances, didn't care, but understood pets and the loss of pets and what I was going through, and the hugs that I needed that I don't have because I wasn't letting anybody else in. And my family's all hurting, so it's hard to be supportive of me when they're hurting. So it was kind of nice to have a stranger out of the blue hug me as much as she did, and I am grateful for her. She probably will never hear this podcast, but I am grateful. So when you hear or see someone going through something, be that person that gives hugs. It was medicine that I needed when I needed it. And, but I would tell you that getting out and being a part of the world, because, right, life doesn't stop when you lose someone. The world keeps moving. Everything still happens. Deadlines come and go. Classes have to go on, and work goes on, and relationships go on, and it's hard. And I will tell you also, cry when you need to cry. I have cried so many times in the last 4 or 5 days, actually more than like a week, knowing it was coming. And but I just wanted to get on to let you know that that's where I'm at, and it's not fun. I'm really struggling, as you can see. I hope that you are well. And like I said, it was going to be a short podcast. I just wanted to let you know where I'm at, and that if you can figure out a way through the stressors of life, because we all go through them, we all go through loss of some sort at some point in time, and whether or not you're an amputee or going through a medical issue, it still happens. Life does not stop, and the cruelty of that is that it's hard enough to balance being an amputee and making your life being a thriving life, a good life, your best life. You also have to accommodate for those moments that just happen, because that's just what life gives you. So I am healing. I am day by day getting closer to healing. I am loving on my little girl here almost too much. The poor thing is still looking for her sister. Um, but I wanted to hop on. I wanted to let you know I was thinking of you. And if you could just say a prayer for me, I would appreciate it. Let go of stress when you can. It is not good. It does not help phantom pains. It does not help your physical state. It's definitely not great for your mental state. And one thing that helped me yesterday also, besides getting out and talking to people that I didn't know and crying when I need to cry, is getting out for a walk with my dog. When I could see her getting what she needed, it reminded me that life goes on and she needs me more than ever now. And I will be there for her. And you know what? The walk was great for me. I had a great walk. We walked all around downtown Carefree and just enjoyed the sunshine and the cooler weather finally here in Arizona. It's, it's 70, it's 71 now, but it's supposed to be about 80 today. And, but yeah, getting out and getting fresh air, giving yourself the time to heal, not being afraid to share your story, and also not being afraid to keep it to yourself until you're ready. There is no timeline with grief. There's no timeline that you can set that will make you just turn a page and then be done with that part of your life. And when people say you need to learn to move on, you'll move on when you're ready to move on. I promise you. And I know that's coming for me. And I just wanted to let you know I'm still here. I'm here with you. I hope you have a really blessed week. I hope that you had a beautiful, safe Halloween, and that the following holidays bring you nothing but great joy and family time and making wonderful memories. Get out there, stay active, be healthy, and know that I'm here. As always, be healthy, be happy, be you.